Please rate this podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Amazon, and become a recurring supporter at membership.ringsidereport.net.
Ooh, yeah, we're previewing WWE Money in the Bank. It's Wrestling Uncensored. We're live. We're doing it. Let's do it. Bam, 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 da, da, word life. This is basic thugonomics.
Hey!
That was a trick. I tricked you, John. I tricked you. How are you? Give me more.
I'm all right. I guess we're working through things. You know,
What?
we had technical difficulties last week too, so we're
What?
still working through things. It looks
No.
like. Can you hear
No,
me?
that was me. That was a user error. That wasn't a technical
Oh,
difficulty.
okay.
That was all my fault, actually.
Okay.
Press the wrong button. It was a botch.
It happens. It's all right. We're on the air. That's the important part.
Yeah, we're on. We're streaming.
We're live.
I don't think we're on the air. We used to be on the air, like radio, but I don't think this is technically air.
YouTube Air, no? That counts.
YouTube air? I don't think so. I think we're streaming.
Yeah.
I don't think there's
no radio towers beaming the signal.
That's it. Air is like maybe in the Wi-Fi. I guess there's
Yeah.
streaming
But not
through
in
your
the-
Wi. I don't know. I don't think it's air.
I count it as YouTube Air.
You know.
You both
our-
get it.
YouTube Air. Johnny counts it as YouTube Air.
that sounds like an airline.
That we all
Wouldn't be
will fly
surprised.
on one day.
Yeah.
YouTube Air, piloted by Nathan Fielder. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
I look forward to the future with Nathan Drones piloting our aircraft. I think that's where we're headed, and I'm happy with it. Yeah. So obviously, Rehearsal Mania taking over the world. Nathan Fielder, the king of all comedy, and we're here to talk about it.
That's
right?
what the show is.
Is that what we're doing tonight, John? No, that's what I prepared for.
I thought we were gonna talk about Ronald Truth.
Oh, Ronald Truth. Ronald the Truth Killings. He was eliminated by the WWE, thrown over the top rope of life.
Subject to deletion.
Yes, he was fired. Or not really. His contract ran out, and they offered him a deal, and he didn't take it, so he doesn't work for them anymore. Right?
Mostly. I think his contract's about to expire. They're not going to renew it, and
Right.
they're just going to stop using him completely.
Right.
And I think a big part of it is the fact that they felt his contract was too expensive. So they wanted him, like you said, lower deal, and he didn't want to take it. So they're just going to let it run its course, and that's that. I mean, he's been there since how long? We kind of talked about the week prior, didn't we? Like how long he's been there? It's been a long time.
He's had 2 runs.
Right.
Yeah.
we
First run was
talked
K
about this.
Quick.
Yeah.
Quick,
It
but
was
then
like a couple years, and then since as R-Truth, I want to say 2008, 2009.
You're right about that. I
Because
think.
like,
yeah.
you know, it was in the
2008 he came back.
Because I want to say it was 06 when he made that diss track to John Cena. So
That was good.
we've been waiting for ya. We gon' bring it to ya.
Oh, yeah.
TNA on Spike TV.
TNA on Spike TV. We're coming
For you,
and
WWE. We've been waiting for ya.
That was good.
We've been waiting
We've
for
been
you.
waiting for y'all. Yeah, that was
Paid it
good.
off.
What?
Finally. He paid it
So-
off finally last month. He had the match with Cena.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I
right. That's what it was
guess.
all culminating to.
It was all coming to this. Apparently, Cena knew that Truth was not going to get his contract renewed, and this run that he had with Truth was him pushing for Truth to kind of keep his job and retain his value with the company.
I don't know
if
about
that's
you
true.
guys. The weirdest part is like he had that new R-Truth t-shirt, right? It was kind of like a John Cena mock
Yeah,
thing.
Ron
Yeah,
Ron
Ron
Cena.
Cena. It was a cool shirt. It was funny.
And apparently it was selling very well.
Mhm.
It was one of the top sellers. And then they pulled it, regardless that it was selling well, because they pulled him. So that's surprising that
God.
they
Well.
actually took away money from themselves. Because
And from him, too, because he would get a cut.
And like,
Yeah.
doesn't that kind of justify then, like maybe his like big contract a bit if he can generate? Because I think like people bought those R-Truth Judgment Day shirts too. Those were kind of popular.
Mm-hmm.
They're like 3 weeks he was with them. People were like, oh
Yeah.
yeah. There was like one was like Liv and Dom, or Rhea and Dom and Damien and Finn, and it's like with like duct tape and R-Truth.
Yeah. Well,
You
that's
know?
the thing. I mean, Truth is very popular, right?
Yeah.
People do like R-Truth. And they were very upset that he was released, not, brought back, whatever. They're upset that he's no longer with WWE. I am less upset because people get fired from the WWE so consistently over the years. We've been covering the WWE for so many years now that I guess I'm kind of numb to it. But I see Truth as a guy who's like 54? 53, been with the company since 2008, is kind of one of the background players. He's not Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins. Like, he's not one of the main guys there. He's obviously lost a step physically. Like, the match with Cena wasn't great. And I don't think anybody's buying a ticket specifically to see R-Truth at this point. I think you're happy when he's there, but I don't know if you're, I don't know if he's a draw necessarily. I don't know anybody that's saying, I'm going to buy a ticket to see Monday Night Raw because R-Truth will be there. I don't think him not being with the company is going to affect ticket sales. And I think that's how they see it. Like, bottom line, he's kind of towards the end of his career, and if they don't make this move now, if they don't say, well, we're going to pay you less and you could take it or leave it now, then they just sign another contract, and in 2 years or 3 years, it's the same deal. Like, nothing lasts forever, and, R-Truth is far from being in the prime of his career. Not to say he doesn't have some very good years left and he can't be a very productive member of any talent roster. I think he can be. I think he's a very talented guy. But I'm not, mad for Truth. I'm not mad at the WWE for firing Truth.
Yeah.
I'm honestly more upset that they fired Carlito.
Yeah.
Because Carlito's run has been pretty short. Like, he just came back, it feels like a couple years ago, maybe. He hasn't really got a chance to get off the ground and do anything. He seems still physically pretty good whenever he's involved. They just haven't given him many chances. I've really enjoyed his work with the Judgment Day, which is still like a prominently featured group, and all of a sudden they lost a guy and they can't talk about it. Like, that's upsetting. That's annoying as a viewer when you're watching a show every week and the main group on the show, the Judgment Day, has a certain number of members, a certain crew that you're used to seeing, and then all of a sudden one guy's gone and nobody talks about it, nobody mentions it. Like, that's more upsetting. Truth came and went. Like, he didn't seem to know where he was half the time, right? That was part of the gimmick. So him disappearing is whatever. He disappeared. But Carlito, he's there in the clubhouse with Dom and JD and Finn and Raquel and Liv. Carlito's there. And now, not. Like, I'm more upset about that because it's like you're cost-cutting. The cost-cutting I get, but sacrificing, like, one of your main things that you're doing creatively with just this cost-cutting move, it's like, well, where's the vision here? This is one of your main things that you're doing with the Judgment Day. And then you realize, well, whatever we're doing with Carlito, it's not important. Let's just let him go. That's more upsetting for me. I'm just annoyed that, they have no foresight. They don't have a plan. They don't know what they're doing because Carlito's part of this group. And then it's like, well, whatever. We can just drop him and no one will notice because who cares? It doesn't matter. Yeah. That's kind of annoying as a viewer of the show. Like, give me some consistency. Give me a reason why Carlito's not there anymore. Say something.
Yeah, and if Carlito matters, nothing matters,
Exactly. I mean, they were chanting, "We want truth" on Raw. They were chanting, "Where's Carlito" on Raw. The fans were letting the WWE hear it during some of the more boring matches that were happening. You could hear the chants louder because they got bored.
And some wrestlers were wearing like T-shirts and like letting people know. Like,
were they? I thought they weren't allowed to wear.
Dom was wearing a
camera.
"That's Not Cool" shirt.
He was?
Yeah. It was like he was wearing a vest, but like he was
not on Raw.
I know. I think it was like on Raw on camera. Rhea did like an Instagram picture where she's wearing like an R-Truth like T-shirt and saying like, "Oh, thank you, Truth," or like
John confirmation.
Well, the Rhea thing, like she did wear it on Instagram, but when you saw her, she didn't have a T-shirt on.
Okay.
With Dom, I don't remember. That's like I think if he wore that's cool. I think he may have covered it up though if he wore it.
Yeah, but like you could see like hats, ool or something.
Really?
I think someone had his kick pads. Someone had like Carlito's kick pads. No, not mistaken.
I didn't.
You had to really look closely for that stuff though.
Yeah. I don't know. I like Carlito. I've met Carlito and like worked on a wrestling show with Carlito. You were on that show, weren't you?
That's cool.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he seemed like an all right guy. Well, not very talkative, but yeah, he seemed okay.
I had a conversation with him. He was all right.
Yeah, you were in the room with him, all that. Like had my other match. He had his match and all that, so we weren't very talkative with each other. But he was all right. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess not. Maybe he was on the babyface side. You were in a heel locker room or something.
Maybe something like that, possibly. Yeah, I think there was a segment too of something that happened in the show, right? So yeah, we were on opposite sides, possibly.
Yeah. No, I remember talking to Carlito and thinking he was a very friendly guy, very nice guy.
Great shape. Remember that.
Super jacked.
Body guy.
My God, yeah, body guy Lito. He was
that
so
was a good like run on like Twitter and stuff.
Yeah, I love Carlito. I'm really disappointed that he got let go because he never really got a run. He didn't get a match with John Cena. He never got a match on Raw. You know?
They have history.
He was taking bumps for Liv Morgan and Dominic. Getting speared by Braun Breaker every week.
But you saw his reaction to getting, like, not renewed.
Yeah.
He didn't seem too mad
Ball
about
game
it.
over. Yankees win. The Yankees win.
It's over.
Red Sox
That's only
rally
one
falls
game.
a bit short.
What was the final?
Is it over?
9-6?
9-6, I believe. Hang on.
I
let
mean,
me
at least they made it
double-check that.
respectable.
That was just a sound effect. I'm not sure if that's actually official. Let me give you a final score. Yankees, our Yankees, okay?
Yankees.
Playing Johnny's Red Sox tonight.
First meet of the season.
And yeah, it is a final 9-6 at Yankee Stadium. Yankees hold on in the Bronx. Yanks improved to 39-23 on the season, good enough for first place in the AL East. Boston Red Sox dropped to 5 games under 500, 30-35 record.
How'd the Blue Jays play? They've been a bit hot.
The Blue Jays have fallen behind the Rays. They're now in third place. The Red Sox, fourth place now in the AL East. They're not great, but they're still better than the terrible Baltimore Orioles, who are in dead
What a
last.
story that this year.
The Jays tonight did not. Oh no, they played and they are winning right now, 6-3 over the Twins, bottom 8.
So they're playing well against good teams. The Jays. They beat the Phillies. They beat the Padres. Now they're beating the Twins.
Rays won 4-3.
Oh, against the Marlins.
Yeah,
that's an easy win.
Tigers win again.
The Rockies beat the Marlins.
Tigers beat the Cubs. That's a good series right there. Cubs are very good. Cubs are first in their division. In the Central, it's a Central division leaders right there. AL Central, NL Central, Cubs and Tigers playing each other. Tigers win 3-1 tonight.
At Cramerica Park.
Good baseball on. Dodgers right now trailing the Cardinals 2-0. Go Cards. Suck it, Dodgers.
I don't know if I could go that far.
I'd cheer for anybody playing the Dodgers. Like even when the Mets just had a series with the Dodgers, I was cheering for the Mets. I don't even like the Mets, but I just want to see the Dodgers lose. I think if the Red Sox play the Dodgers, I'm cheering for the Red Sox because it's funny if they beat the Dodgers because the Red Sox are so bad and the Dodgers are so good. It's just, that's for the jokes. It's for the laughs.
Can't wait for July 1st. July 1st is going to be fun.
Canada Day game, yeah, because I get to see a live baseball game. You're excited for that? See, John thinks that on July 1st,
the
for
Blue
some
Jays
reason,
are gonna win.
the Blue Jays are going to win, and I'm going to be devastated. But what you don't understand is I won't be.
Yeah.
Because the Yankees will still be the Yankees, and the Blue Jays will still be the Blue Jays, and one game in a 162-game season doesn't mean anything. And I'm pretty confident, given how the Yankees have been playing and given how the Blue Jays have been playing, that come July 1st, the Yankees will still be in first place by a pretty wide margin. They have a 5.5-game lead. If that dissipates from now to July 1st in a month, I'd be surprised. I'd be very upset and surprised. But they just took 2 or 3 from the Guardians. They just won again tonight, beating the Red Sox. Easy work. Whatever, John. If the Blue Jays beat the Yankees when I see them, it'll be sad because I would prefer to go when the Yankees win. But I'll still be supremely confident the Yankees are a better team than the Blue Jays. One game doesn't mean anything. Yankees lost a game to the Colorado Rockies this year, John. I wasn't crying about it. It happens. Can't win every game. No one wins. No one goes 162-0. Nobody. Winning 100 games is like amazing if you could win 100 games, right? That means you still lose 62. So, if you lose 62 games, you're an incredible team.
Yeah.
So, one game really doesn't mean anything, John. So he's all on this. He keeps the Jays are going to beat the Yankees. And what if they don't, John? How you going to feel then? Pretty stupid. Like you said, the Red Sox, wait till this weekend. How do you feel now? The Red Sox just lost again, John.
Yeah, Buehler didn't play a good game. It's sad.
He sucks.
It's only one game.
He gave up 5 runs in the first inning. Yankees went around the order.
Bad.
Yankees had this game won in the first inning. It was over.
As we saw last week, the Yankees aren't perfect. Against the Dodgers, didn't work out so well.
The Dodgers. Everybody against the Dodgers has trouble.
They lost 2 out of 3 games in LA against the Dodgers. Cool. Big deal. Did you know that the Yankees actually have a better record than the Dodgers? Overall?
Wow, that changed, I guess. Wow. Because the Dodgers
Yankees have the same amount of wins, but 2 fewer losses. So technically, better record.
Mets series hurt them, I guess.
But it's like the song says. I've been to so many baseball games. If they don't win, it's a shame.
Yeah.
But it's 1, 2, 3 strikes you're out the whole ball game.
Things
That's
happen.
how it goes.
Things
you play another game.
Happen. Baseball happens. As long as you're there in October and you're winning the important games, then that's all that really matters. Yeah. And I guess Johnny doesn't really understand that because he's not a Yankee fan. But as a Yankee fan, the regular season is just kind of like, yeah, we go through it. We're going to make the playoffs. And then, how do we stand up in October? None of this matters until October. So, I don't know, John. I'm not hung up on one game in the regular season. I'm hung up on, are we going to beat the Dodgers in the World Series? Are we going to have to face the Dodgers in the World Series?
Are we going to beat the Tigers in the championship series?
Because, give me the Mets. Please give me the Mets or the Phillies. Anybody but the Dodgers. Because I feel like the Yankees and the Dodgers, it's just a bad vibe. We just, the Dodgers get in the Yankees' heads. It's like there's something going on there.
Yeah.
But the Mets don't.
No.
And, the West Coast, changing the time. It doesn't work. I don't like it. Aaron Judge got hurt that one time at Dodger Stadium. It's bad. Didn't 2 guys get hurt in the series
recently?
Dominguez and Weaver.
Yeah.
Both got hurt in the fucking Dodger series.
In the Dodger series?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's just bad vibes with the Dodgers.
Bad mojo.
Yeah, we can't. It's just I don't want to play them in the World Series. That's what I'm thinking about, John. I'm not thinking about the Blue Jays. I'm thinking about the Dodgers. I'm thinking big picture. Mets, Dodgers, Phillies. I'm thinking about the National League and who we're going to have to deal with. My God, could it be the
Padres?
Padres, Giants.
Padres are scary.
Padres are not scary.
I'm a little scared of the Padres.
Didn't we take 2 or 3 from the Padres?
Yeah, but they're still
And
a
they're
good
the
team.
Padres, man. They never have won the World Series, and they never will. Could you imagine the intimidation and the mental games in Yankee Stadium for the Padres, knowing they're a loser franchise? That would be sick. I was there.
But Yanks in 4.
Like Yanks at 4.
Actually,
It happened before.
if he says I was there, does that mean he was at the games in San Diego? Because they won it in San Diego.
Whatever. He was there. Veto. All right, that's enough baseball talk. We should really get back to the wrestling. I thought we were going to talk about Nathan
Oh
Fielder.
yeah, R-Truth and Carlito.
Has anybody
and
seen the
apparently
rehearsal?
the Miz
Ooh, is Miz getting fired, brother?
and maybe Karrion Kross.
Yeah, I heard Karrion Kross's deal might not be getting extended, which is like kind of funny after he does those like shoot style promo interviews about like WWE's not using me right and what am I
Okay.
supposed to do here? And he seemed really frustrated and it seemed real and I think it was. And now WWE's like, go, you can leave,
Yeah,
which is really funny.
it is pretty funny.
Because, like, back in the Vince days, they would have treated that with, like, all right, pal, let's see what you can do. And then they'd give him
Yeah.
a push and, like, you know. But now they're just like, okay,
Yeah,
see ya.
we'll find someone else.
Yeah.
with tattoos and
We-
a goth gimmick.
we
have
have-
Aleister Black.
We have Aleister
Yeah.
Black. You know, meanwhile, Karrion
Not
Kross
his
has been
fault.
doing this thing for months with Sami Zayn on Raw. Like, hey, Sammy, you're a bad guy. I know it. You just got to do it. Come on, Sammy. You know, for months. And it's going to lead to nothing. Because Karrion Kross is going to disappear.
He talked himself out of a job.
Yeah. Also, he's another, like,
It's not that good.
this is the
It's not
thing.
that good either.
Karrion Kross, Carlito, R-Truth, they're all in the background of
Yeah.
like Monday Night Raw. They're not major players. And if you're not Jey Uso or Gunther or, you know, Seth, like anybody's expendable in the WWE. They fired so many people over the years. So many people have been let go. So, I don't know. I'm not surprised by any of this. And, yeah, The Miz seems like a guy who's kind of in the background, who's been there forever. And it's like, why is he still there? And there's been talk that he might be next.
His contract's probably pretty expensive, too, for what they want from him.
Yeah.
Well,
But I could see Miz
isn't
being
the
like,
news-
I'll take whatever you'll give me because
Yeah.
no one else would take me.
He's hosting a game show, but, like, you know, that's not...
I mean, just keep the WWE deal going
Yeah.
if you can. Just take it as a side job.
Well, isn't that the news report today? That he's just taking a break from WWE to do that American Gladiator show, but then
That's
he'll
it.
be back.
American Gladiators.
They're doing American Gladiators again?
With The Miz?
Again.
He's going to be
Yes.
like a host? Didn't they do that with Hogan and Muhammad
Cena?
Ali's daughter one time?
Yeah, they did that. It didn't work out too well, I don't think.
I liked it because Hogan was there. You know, everybody
Terry, brother.
everybody loves Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. Everyone's favorite.
If I
think
know
The
one
Rock
thing
kind
about
of
pro
came up, too.
wrestling and the pro wrestling culture these days is that Hulk Hogan is still as unanimously beloved as he has been since 1985. Everybody loves the Hulkster. Hulkamania is still running wild, I think. The only guy who doesn't like him, I think, is maybe Seth Rollins. He seems to
I
like...
think he's doing it just to kind of get over because he's like, hey, it gets a pop if I say, Hogan, you suck, pal.
Yeah, he's a heel, though. He really
I know, but
sucks
like,
at
it's
being
just,
a heel.
he's just like, yeah, well, it
Tonight,
just
the
gets him
Seth
over.
show tonight.
Yeah,
All
seriously.
Seth tonight.
There's a lot
Fourth
of Seth.
segment.
There's a more Seth promo. Seth just like attacked guys, right?
He attacked LA Knight earlier.
Yeah, he beat down LA Knight. Seth is, doing a lot of promos, hyping up Money in the Bank because he's, of course, in Money in the Bank. It goes down tomorrow night. We're going to do a post-show and a UFC watch-along at 10 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night for Money in the Bank here on the Ringside Report Network. Seth Rollins is in Money in the Bank along with Penta LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, Andrade, and El Grande Americano. El Grande Americano beat CM Punk and AJ Styles to qualify for Money in the Bank in the main event of Raw this week. That's right. You heard me. It happened.
Questionable. Very questionable.
What do you mean? It happened.
Oh, it happened. I questioned the decision to do that, though. You
Why?
have CM Punk, or you have AJ Styles. You don't put them in the match? I think that's a mistake.
Did CM Punk or AJ Styles ever go to the Olympics?
Well, Grande never did, didn't he? Like, isn't he some sort of, like, luchador, like, hero?
What are you, a fucking Mark? It's Chad Gable, you idiot. What are you talking about?
Oh, and then, now you're cool with this, right? Okay.
I'm fucking with you. Oh.
He's
It's
probably
Chad
gonna win
Gable,
too, I
John.
think.
What do you mean?
He's probably going to win, I think. He's
Money
my
in the
pick to win
Bank?
it. At first, like, before the show started, I had Seth winning it, but Seth kind of
Grandale.
gave it away, I think, that he's not
It's-
going to win.
It's too much Seth. It's
Yeah.
like if he wins, it's way too obvious at this point. Right?
He kind of, like, wrote it into himself or into his speech where it's like, oh, Roman's going to come back and cost him the match, I think.
Maybe. Or Punk. I think maybe both.
One of the two, whatever.
Like, Punk has to cost him the match because Punk's not otherwise booked on this show, and he's going to be there. I think Punk stops Seth.
You hope. Like, again, like, Punk or AJ should have been in this match. Like, the star power is kind of lacking in the men's Money in the Bank, I would say.
What was the finish on Raw again? Was it Punk? Was it Seth and... Yeah, Seth's crew screwed Punk over, didn't he, in the qualifying match?
I believe so.
Yeah, and that led to a distraction. AJ was going for the phenomenal forearm, and then, like, El Grande had the medal in the mask, the headbutt, and that's how he won the match.
Yeah. I mean, Punk's got to get revenge on Seth for costing him a Money in the Bank spot, no? He's for sure costing Seth that match. Seth is not winning. I think LA Knight might win.
That'd be great. I'd love that.
And him getting beat up tonight kind of makes me think it's possible.
Yeah, but everyone got beat up. Andrade got beat up. Penta
Yeah.
got beat up.
We got beat up first.
It's true they did many beatdowns tonight. Yeah, he did get beat up first.
Makes it most important
Yeah.
of the guys getting beat up.
Did El Grande get beat up?
No, he did a promo saying how, like, oh, like, Chad's going to win, and then El Grande's going to win. Like, he did that
Yeah.
promo.
That'd be sick. If Chad won the AAA Mega Championship and then El Grande won the Money in the Bank,
So he's wrestling twice.
that would be
Yep.
mooey nuts.
Let's hope he doesn't get injured in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Then they'll have to say, yes, it's me. Shaggy.
Or they
Just
replacement.
yeah, I think he'll be all right. But you really think it'll be El Grande Americano and winning the Money in the Bank? And then what? He cashes in on Jey Uso?
Yeah, it's not great, but it's just because they're both baby faces. Oh, actually, no, John Cena's a heel. I mean, LA Knight would be fantastic. I just don't see LA Knight cashed in successfully on Cena, though.
So I think LA Knight might win Money in the Bank and not cash in on Cena or Jey Uso, but will hold it for a number of months and cash in when it makes sense on somebody else entirely. Cody, Roman, who knows? Anybody. Gunther, like, it could be anybody. Punk. But I feel like looking at who's in this match, I don't see Penta winning Money in the Bank yet. You know? I just don't see it. Especially the way he's been pushed. He's been kind of up and down, up and down. I feel like it's not him. Solo Sikoa is a possibility.
Yeah, he's definitely a strong possibility.
He's got the whole thing with Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu's the United States champion. There's kind of a struggle there for who's more important. Solo's kind of the leader of that group. Jacob doesn't seem happy with it. Something's got to break there.
Maybe JC helps Solo?
JC
Well,
Mateo tonight wrestled and
Didn't look too good
lost to
tonight.
Jimmy Uso.
And the promo too, like Seth talked about Solo, talked about Jacob, didn't mention JC whatsoever. That's pretty bad when that happens. And then you wrestle right away afterwards. That's very bad.
Well, maybe they're trying to make people forget about JC. So when JC helps Solo win the Money in the Bank, it's kind of a surprise. I don't know.
Hey, is Jey Uso like Rey Mysterio, always like kissing kids, except he hugs the kids now? Like, you
Yeah,
notice
he
that?
picks
Like,
up kids and yeets with them, which is a lot nicer than it sounds.
Yes.
What's Jey Uso doing? Oh, he's yeeting with the children. He's what? What's he doing? Not with
Well,
my kids, he's not.
I would take Jay, yeeting with the kids than Rhea doing the dry humping every night that we see.
She doesn't do it on children.
What?
She does it. She does it to the ladies.
She does it
I don't
in
mind
front
that.
of
You don't like
children.
that?
I think that might be
I
worse.
like it.
I don't know. It's a bad image, actually. But if you're okay with it, you have kids.
Oh well, that was after bedtime. When her and Roxanne Perez, they were getting nice and cozy together.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness!
Very cozy.
What a pinfall
Very
and a
cozy.
cover. She got all the way in there. She got deep cover on Roxanne Perez.
Yeah, Rhea's not winning, I don't think. They gave her
I don't
that.
think so
she's
either.
not winning.
She
Let's
doesn't
do
need it.
picks. Let's do picks. Picks. So Solo could
only got
win,
4
I
matches,
think.
right?
LA Knight, I think, could win because he was U.S. champion. He's in this weird limbo. I think he's still over. And if you want to do something with him ever, pull the trigger. You know?
Yeah.
Like, if you're ever going to do it, like he's in this spot now where he could kind of go up or go down, where like he could win Money in the Bank or be let go in 3 months. You know what I mean? I could see either or happening for him.
That'd be sad.
It would be sad.
That I'd be kind of upset at.
I would be very mad if LA Knight, because I think LA Knight is really good. He had this moment where he was super over. I think last year's Money in the Bank, maybe we're thinking he had a real shot at winning.
Oh, even the year before, I think, the first time he was in it.
It's been a while now. I think he's proven himself. I think it is time for him to win. I think he should win. I don't know if he will, but I would push for it if I were on the creative team for WWE. I feel like now is the time to do something with LA Knight. Seth Rollins, I think it's too obvious. He's such a big star. He can get a title shot without Money in the Bank. He's already said that he's got the next title shot after Gunther. He's already established that on Raw. He's like, after Jey Uso and Gunther, it's gonna be me. And you're like, okay, so I guess Seth is next. So he doesn't need a briefcase. He gets a shot because he's Seth. So that's fine. Punk can cost him the match. Andrade, like, that would be the shocker of all shockers. And I don't think he would cash in and win a championship.
Yeah, like, what does that look like?
Like, I think if Andrade wins Money in the Bank, he's not winning when he cashes in.
Or
So,
he
like,
cashes in on, like, the Intercontinental Champion or something.
NXT champion or
Yeah.
something stupid.
He wrestles...
Or, like, the AAA champion.
Yeah.
Like, he cashes in on Gable. He did kind of look at Gable.
If that's what this is all leading to, just about the AAA...
Oh, my God, I'd be so pissed. People would be really pissed.
Yeah.
If, like, Andrade won Money in the Bank and used it to cash in on Chad Gable, who had won the AAA Mega Championship, and he's doing it to, like, restore honor to the Mexican people in AAA. Like, the American, Canadians, I think any audience except for the Mexican audience would be like, what, dude? This sucks.
What is this, ROH? You
They
know,
better-
like, it's
yeah.
like it's like AEW like doing like all this ROH stuff.
It would be very
Be
Tony
like,
Khan.
when is this over?
I don't want that happening.
Yeah.
So don't do that. Don't have Andrade win because I think he's going to cash in on a AAA champion, which would be dumb. Or like he'll cash in on Trick Williams in the TNA title
Exactly,
or some dumb
yeah,
shit
something like that. Yeah.
You know?
I'll do you one better, actually.
Oh no.
What if, like, Gable doesn't win, so then now Grande wins, so then he can cash in on win the AAA title?
Oh
Gable
my
can pull it off.
Like it's the chase for the
His
Triple A
revenge.
title.
Exactly.
That would also suck. So I think LA Knight should win and then hold it for a number of months until they figure out what exactly to do with him. Because right now, whatever, you got a year. You have Jey Uso, you have John Cena. I don't see it going with those guys. But say Gunther beats Jey Uso, maybe LA cashes on him. Say Seth beats Jey Uso, maybe LA cashes in on Seth. Maybe Roman or Cody beat John Cena. Maybe LA would cash in on one of those guys. I think there's options with the next champions for LA Knight to cash in. And I would give him the Money in the Bank at this stage because he needs something to stay relevant. And he's good and he's over. And he's been a good soldier for the WWE. He's like the face of Slim Jim. I go to Walmart, I see his face on the Slim Jim boxes.
That's true.
Slim Jim is a major sponsor of WWE. They just signed a new deal where now there's a Slim Jim logo on all the tables ringside.
It's ridiculous.
So, LA Knight's obviously a valuable commodity for the WWE. Give him Money in the Bank.
Put a Slim Jim logo on it.
Have I convinced you, John? I feel like I'm getting there.
It's convincing me.
No,
Right?
I was gonna pick
convinced
Solo,
me.
but now I don't know.
L.A.
Yeah.
Knight. Yeah. Like, who doesn't love that? What everybody's saying. L.A. Knight.
Yes.
Yeah. It's fantastic. It's still over.
The main thing, I think, the biggest point you bring up is like, now's the time for him. Because like we've waited for so long. Like if it's not now, it's probably never going to ever happen. So it has to happen now. So you got to give him a moment here. This is the time to give it to him. So yeah, I'm switching my pick. I hope I'm not wrong in the end because of this. As it's happened before. Here comes John Cena, by the way, coming
You're
out.
switching your pick and you're going with LA Knight? I've fully convinced you to join the dark side?
Sadly, yes.
Wow.
Not the John Cena side. I'm definitely not picking Cena to win, but
Yeah. Here comes John Cena. It's time for one final promo with Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes and John Cena and I guess Logan Paul because they have a tag team match tomorrow that we'll talk about here in a minute.
stupid
This
yellow
Lakers
towel,
gear.
too.
Wow. So I have convinced Johnny North that LA Knight is winning Money in the Bank. I am mostly convinced that he is too. I really hope he does. But again, John, like I could see Solo winning, I could see El Grande winning, and I could even on the outside chance see Andrade winning. But I feel like Penta and Seth are not winning. But I'm going with LA Knight. I really, really hope he wins. Because I like him. And I think people like him. You did the U.S. title thing. You move up the card. Right? So I'm going with LA Knight. Johnny's going with LA Knight. Who you going with? Who's winning men's Money in the Bank 2025?
I want LA Knight to win.
Yeah.
I think it's a good way to get him to that next level on the card. But I don't know. I see Solo winning it because with Fatu and JC Mateo, Solo's like cutting a lot of the promos, but he doesn't he doesn't look like he doesn't belong, but like I feel like having the briefcase makes him like a little more legitimate, a little more like a threat. We're looking at these two big guys, but we're ignoring the guy in the middle, but then he's got the briefcase.
Yeah.
I feel like that works for where they want his character right now. He's getting a lot of TV time to work on these promos and to kind of be this kind of character.
He's in the right family.
I'm going to go Solo Sikoa.
It's not a bad pick.
Pretty good.
He could win.
Yeah, maybe he knocks off LA Knight at the end, like you think it's LA Knight, but then Solo or JC Mateo gives him a tour around the islands.
Yeah.
And then Solo just goes up and picks it up.
JC Mateo helping Solo win makes a lot of sense. Because if he doesn't, why doesn't he?
Jacob screws up again or something.
They fight each other again.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Solo.
Okay.
To get it done.
Okay. women's Money in the Bank ladder match. We have Alexa Bliss. We have Roxanne Perez. We have Rhea Ripley, the mommy. We have Julia. We have Naomi proceeding with caution. And we have Stephanie Vaquer. Gotta roll the R's like a lot. She's from Spain.
Logan Paul.
Oh, here comes Logan Paul. He just punched Jey Uso in the face. Oh, Cody setting up for the crossroads, but John Cena with the belt shot to the face of Cody Rhodes. Here comes Cena picking up Jey Uso for the attitude adjustment.
Got him.
Bam. Down goes Jaymond Uso. Everybody loves Jaymond. Oh, and Logan Paul picking up Cody for his weird finisher. Oh, and he nearly breaks Cody's neck with that sloppy move. What a piece of shit wrestler Logan Paul is. I think he may have just...
Oh, my God.
I think he may have just given Cody...
He slipped there.
Did he give him a stinger? Yeah, Logan Paul just slipped on the top rope and then gave Cody a very stiff frog splash. Is Cody okay? Like, Cody took that move basically on his head, and then his arm went straight and stopped moving. That's not a good look. Is he okay?
Now he's out of the ring.
Cody.
Huh?
Yeah, Cody's gone.
He's out of the ring.
Gone.
Yeah, Cody just left the ring. Is Cody actually hurt? Well, Jey Uso is rolling out of the ring now, too. Cena's going to speak. But, I don't know. That was rough, wasn't it?
They got both titles.
Logan Paul is not a good wrestler. People think he is. Some people think that he is. But he's
For
not
a celebrity wrestler.
He's a good celebrity wrestler, but he's not a real pro wrestler.
Hey, Dave and Johnny.
Right.
If I am being honest, I was the first one in the entire world
He's fucking
to say
Hate
that Logan
this
Paul
guy.
is something special. Mark my words.
One part, you'll have AJ in studio tomorrow. That'll be fun.
We'll have AJ in studio.
Oh,
we're gonna have
what?
We're gonna have you in studio.
Oh, jeez.
We're gonna have Johnny North via satellite. We're gonna have Fred Garcia via satellite. We're gonna have the whole Ringside Report Network team in your face live 10 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow night for the WWE Money in the Bank post show and the UFC 316 watch along. What? UFC 316?
Stone Cold's got to be in the audience.
Oh, hell yeah. They made a t-shirt,
right?
UFC 316.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
With a smoking Dana White skull on the back.
That would be funny. I don't
You
think
fucking
so.
goof.
Yeah.
The big slap on the back.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so who's winning women's Money in the Bank?
It's a good question.
I got Roxanne Perez.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I got Naomi.
Oh, proceed with caution, John.
Good, both good picks. I'm picking Julia.
Julia.
Wow. We're so divided.
The daughter of Shredder, Julia. You see her costume? She comes out in this gear. It's all Shredder.
Yeah,
she looks
yeah.
like Shredder from Ninja Turtles.
Got a mask.
She
And
had the gear
Shredder,
before, right?
Shredder was
Well, it's not over.
Japanese. She's half
They
Japanese.
threw Cody back
She's-
in the ring.
You know what I'm saying? I think Julia is Shredder's daughter. Oh, Cody's back in the ring taking attitude adjustment. I guess his neck isn't broken. That's good. There it is. Attitude adjustment on Codis. Oh, they're not done.
Stay
They're
tuned
going to
now.
get Jey Uso again with a thing. Is he going to take Logan's move now? Or is Cena telling him to just punch him? What's Cena telling him to do?
Oh, that punch
Punch him.
sucks.
Yeah, it was a very bad
It was
punch.
like an open hand slap. See, you can't handle the truth?
Oh, I think they're
'cause of the
saying
truth?
we want truth. So he said you can't handle the truth?
Seriously?
Yeah. You want our truth?
Oh.
Our truth is right here staring you in the face. And there's not a damn thing you or anyone
You're saying
who
our
fights for you can do about it. He's saying our truth like, oh, you are our truth.
Are you saying
You
boo
want our
or
truth?
boo words?
Let me tell you, this is our truth. I'm like, what? You're not our truth. Cena's confused.
You guys heard Punk after Raw, right? Talking about the truth chants.
No?
He's like, it's very disrespectful you guys talking about a guy who's not here when Jey Uso's here. Play Jey Uso's music.
Really?
Yeah, he said that after Raw.
CM Punk saying it's weird you guys chanted for a guy who's not here. Well, he was saying that with irony, right?
Yeah.
For years, people were chanting CM Punk.
Okay. He was joking. It was a joke?
Yeah, he was joking. Yeah,
Okay, he wasn't like, "Hey, everybody, stop cheering for this guy."
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
he was like,
the delivery on that message, John, was a little confusing for me,
"Hit Jey
too.
Uso's music, cancel out this crowd."
How dare you do this to Jay? I was like, wait, what? CM Punk said that? No, he was joking. It was a joke.
He was like, "This is what you did for me."
I think Roxanne Perez is going to win because she's in the Judgment Day. It would piss Liv Morgan off tremendously if Roxanne had the money in the bank.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's 11 o'clock.
Promotional consideration first by Prime Hydration.
Yeah. Logan holding up the World Heavyweight title while Cena holds up the WWE Championship. Logan had a World Heavyweight title match like a couple weeks ago and he lost. So, I don't know. I hope we're not going back down that road. I could see him getting that belt at some point, though.
Sadly.
Around the slam.
SmackDown is over with Cena and Logan Paul standing tall. So we've all made our picks for the women's Money in the Bank, and it's different.
Yeah.
You're going with Julia. Johnny's going with Naomi. I've got Roxanne, the Perez. How about Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso taking on John
Hey, Dave and Johnny,
and Logan Paul?
If I am being honest, I was the first one in the entire world
You get one
to say
time
that
per show. I
Logan
only
Paul
want
is something
one.
special.
One time.
Mark my
One
words.
time.
I think our average is 2, actually.
It's too fucking
at
much. Shout out Angelo in the chat. What up, Angelo? Cena and Logan versus Cody and Jay. I think Cody's going to win his comeback match.
Yeah, I want Cody and Jay to win. I mean, after that, they should kind of win. They got destroyed, so it just makes sense.
That's probably
Win, Jay.
happening. In these kinds of matches, the baby faces usually win.
Yeah.
They're kind of nothing matches.
I think they should. I think they should win. It's a nothing match, like you said. Kind of sucks that Cena is the champion and Jay is the champion, and they're not defending their belts. You know?
Yeah.
No title matches at Money in the Bank. Kind of sucks.
It does suck pretty hard.
Because with a title match, you kind of think like, ooh, maybe there'll be a cash-in after this title match, but no. Although, there could be a cash-in after the tag match. No, because men's Money in the Bank's probably closing the show.
Yeah.
You think so? I don't know about that. That's a lot of star power in that tag match.
Ooh. You think Cena closes the show because Cody and Cena?
I mean, yeah, they could. It's bigger.
They could.
In terms of the titles. And you worry about, title defenses. We still got Clash of the Champions / King of the Ring coming up at the end of the month, right? So
/ King of the... Yeah. It's all on one...
That's what it is.
It's
casserole.
It's 2 different shows?
No, it's the same show.
Night of Champions.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's
Night of
also
Champions,
King and Queen of the Ring.
That on Saudi?
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
But King of the Ring, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, it's weird. It's very weird.
So they announced King and Queen of the Ring tonight, and I guess the finals will be in Saudi Arabia on June 28th for Night of Champions. But how many matches do they do on that night? Is it a tournament on that night? Is it one match? Is it 2 matches? What do you do?
Well, remember last year we just had the finals, right? And if you look at the brackets, I don't know if you saw the brackets, it's just a 4-way, and then I think the singles into the finals. So it's just a 4-way match, and you go right to the semis, I think. I don't know if you guys seen the brackets or not. Yeah.
No, I didn't know there was brackets. I haven't seen brackets.
Yeah, there's a bracket there that popped up on the screen for maybe 2 seconds.
Oh. I don't know. Maybe I can find it, but whatever. I've lost interest already in King and Queen of the Ring. I'll get the brackets when it comes out later.
Yeah.
Really.
I think we're only going to get the final matches, though. That's what happened last year, right? So I think the finals will only be...
Oh, there's no brackets. It's just like there's no names in the brackets, John.
No, there's no names, but there's brackets set up. And if you look at the brackets,
it's
set
fatal
up like four ways. Yeah.
The winners of them go
That's
into
not fatal.
semis.
That's not fatal four ways.
Oh, it's not, eh? Or
What are you talking about? Fatal four way.
It definitely looks like a four-way because if you look at the brackets, it's like four.
Yeah, because if it was 1-on-1, there would be like another one in between.
Oh, I guess. So it's like two. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's dumb. Whatever. This is a dumb thing for Saudi Arabia. It means nothing. Yeah. Who cares who wins King and Queen of the Ring? Like, it means about as much as winning the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. It doesn't mean anything. Like, King of the Ring, okay? King of the Ring stopped meaning anything in 2002 when Brock Lesnar won. Okay?
Right.
Up until then, King of the Ring meant something. You know, although, honestly, it only started meaning something in 1991 when Bret Hart won. Because before that, Tito Santana won in 1989, and, like, no one cares. It didn't mean anything. Okay? Don Morocco, Harley Race won, Randy Savage won, but that was just, like, as a gimmick, so they could be, like,
Macho King?
King Harley Race, Macho King, you know, whatever.
Right.
Owen Hart won in 94. Like, Bret Hart won in 91 and 93. They didn't do one in 92. Okay? Owen won in 94. It meant something. Mabel in 95 meant something. Stone Cold in 96 obviously meant something. Triple H in 97. Ken Shamrock in 98. Billy Gunn even in 99 meant something. Kurt Angle in 2000 meant something. Edge, 2001. Brock Lesnar, 2002. But then it stopped for a few years. And then Booker T won it in 2006, and they only brought it back because they wanted to do the King Booker gimmick, which was tremendous. Genius. I mean, great, right? That worked. And then they took it away for a couple years. They brought it back, and William Regal won it in 2008.
And that was going to be something. I think he was maybe going to even win the championship, but I think he failed a drug test and got suspended. But I think they were building Regal to, like, go on a serious run there.
But it wasn't like we hold this annually and we push somebody. It was like, we haven't done this in 2 years. We want to push Regal. This is how we're going to do it.
Yeah,
Let's
British.
do King of the Ring. He's British. And then 2 years later, in 2010, they gave it to Sheamus to give him a gimmick refresh.
Yeah, the Warrior King.
Then they stopped it for 5 years, and Bad News Barrett won in 2015. And then they stopped it for 4 years, and Baron Corbin won in 2019.
Oh, yeah, King Corbin.
King Corbin.
Oh, yeah.
And then Xavier Woods let it slip over the years that it was his dream to win King of the Ring. So in 2021, 2 years after Corbin, they brought it back for Xavier Woods to win and gave him a bit of a gimmick refresh, and then he got hurt, and it stopped it dead in its tracks. And then 3 years later, they gave it to Gunther, and he was the last King of the Ring, and that was in Saudi Arabia, and he beat Randy Orton, and he got a title shot, and I guess that meant something last year. 2024, it did kind of mean something, because Gunther beat Orton to get the title shot, and I think SummerSlam, where he won the title, right?
Against Priest, yeah.
Does the winner of King of the Ring and Queen of the Ring, do they get title shots at SummerSlam too? Because then I could maybe get behind it. Do they?
Both GMs said that in a promo backstage, yeah.
Okay. I guess they found a way for it to mean something, but you see why I'm a little skeptical on the King of the Ring idea, because it hasn't actually meant anything real for a very long time.
Money in the Bank has kind of taken that spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
They got a lot of tournaments, too. That's a huge problem as well. So it's hard to really care about something and it's a tournament that's going to happen over the next couple of weeks on TV, and then you get the finals on that show in Saudi Arabia. So it doesn't really like add up to like, oh wow, I can't wait for this, because it's like, it just kind of ends. And it's weird too. It's going to be 4 ways, then single matches. That's kind of odd.
Yeah, whatever, 4-way qualifier type things, and then single matches to get into like the real tournament where you're in the semifinals already. whatever. So we'll have plenty of time to talk about that because that's June 28th. Tomorrow night, though, one more match on Money in the Bank that we have to talk about. Lyra Valkyria defending the Women's Intercontinental Championship against Becky Lynch. If Becky loses, she can never challenge for the championship again as long as Lyra holds it. If Becky wins, Lyra must raise her hand in victory. Raise Becky's hand and say that she's better than her.
I
I
think
think
we had
Becky's
Becky
probably
winning.
going to win.
Yeah, we had that before. It hasn't changed, in my opinion. It makes sense for Becky to win. And I think this is going to go another PLE. This will probably, if it's not the main event for that women's pay-per-view, Evolution, it'll probably be one of the top matches, I think.
Yeah. I don't think they're done. And if Becky loses, they have to be done. So I think Becky has to win.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. Although,
But last WWE PLE, I think was it Saturday night's main event they had the match?
No, it was at Backlash.
Backlash. Wasn't that the only one I got wrong? Didn't I say Becky was going to win then and she didn't?
Yeah, no. Yeah.
I think that was the only match I predicted wrong on that whole show. But I don't know. I think
could see Lyra winning.
But then it's over between Lyra and Becky.
Yeah.
Like, Becky can't challenge again? That doesn't
Well,
make
as
sense.
long as Lyra's champion, so, like, you know, that's like a couple months or something. And I think it's good for Lyra's character that she can, like, fend off Becky Lynch.
And then just toss her aside, that's it.
And, like, Becky, you know, is, like, screaming mad, you know, makes her, and everyone's, like, saying, like, haha, you lose. Like, I think that's, like, good for the Lyra character going forward, like, taking on challengers and showing she's kind of tough and establishing her. It's not a bad way to go about it.
No, I think Becky could bounce back from
Becky
it,
can
too.
then just challenge for the women's championship or something, do something else.
Yeah, she could do anything afterwards. It's not like she loses that much by losing to Lyra, but I just think... I think that, you know, they've had 2 matches and they're not done.
It's possible.
They're doing another one.
I'm picking Lyra.
Wow.
Oh,
A
we
lot
got
of different
Barry
picks tonight. Yeah.
4 matches. Wow.
4 matches. And we're picking all sorts of different ones. We all picked Cody and Jey to win.
Yeah.
Johnny and I taking Becky. You're taking Lyra. Johnny and I taking LA Knight. You're taking Solo to win men's Money in the Bank. You're taking Julia to win women's. I've got Roxanne Perez, and Johnny's going with Naomi. So we are split on the Money in the Bank picks, and I like that because, you know, we may have some surprises here tomorrow night.
In many years, there felt like a Money in the Bank where it was a foregone conclusion. Like, oh, they're pushing this guy so he could be in the title scene, and you know, and then that's what would happen. So.
I agree. I think this is, you know, not a super intriguing card as far as, like, you look at the matches and you go, oh my God. But when you look at each match, one, like, you know, star power, whatever, like CM Punk is not in the Money in the Bank. Roman Reigns is not on the card. And
no Charlotte.
And again, you look at the matches and nothing really jumps out at me like this is going to be sick. You know, like even the men's Money in the Bank, you kind of expect it. But you look at the players like Solo in a ladder match, LA Knight in a ladder match. You know, I think Penta and Andrade are going to carry this match. El Grande Americano may do some stuff, but this will be his second match of the day.
Yeah.
And his first match is with Vikingo, so I don't know how much he's really going to do. And Seth, like, I think Seth will do enough, but, like, I'm not super excited about the matches per se or anybody in them, but I'm interested in all the results because I think a lot of these matches could go to a number of people. And you could tell that by how split we are on our picks, you know? So I'm interested to see who the WWE chooses to win. That's something.
Usually, Money in the Bank's one of the best PLEs we see all year. I'm a little bit worried with only 4 matches, but hopefully the Money in the Bank matches can deliver.
And, you know, starting at 7 p.m., it's very possible that because they're owned by TKO and TKO owns the UFC, that they'll be done by 10. Yeah. This could be like a 2.5 hour, 3 hour show max, I'm thinking. Because they want people to be done, ready to go for UFC 316 at 10 p.m.
Well, also think about the fact that they have another show that happened earlier in the day, so they don't want to overdo how much wrestling people will probably watch that day.
That's true. It's a little much. Let's not overdo it. On that note, John, anything else going on? Or are we done here? What else is happening? People got fired. There's a pay-per-view happening tomorrow.
Mariah May in NXT.
Mariah May debuted in NXT, and there's talk that she may not be Mariah May. She may have like a different name.
If people say Mariah June, I guess. She debuted in June.
How about Mariah March? Keep the alliteration going. Or Jennifer June. I've seen a lot of different ones. Olivia October. Dottie December.
I like Daria December.
Daria December. That's not bad. Dolores December.
Dolores!
How about that? Dolores December. Nobody's called Dolores anymore. Let's bring that one back.
Yeah, some old-fashioned names.
Fiona February, I think I heard. That's one that is being thrown around. Ass April, for some reason, is a name.
How about June, July?
June, July. Yeah, that's a good one. A lot of month names. Mariah May, they like that. I heard Mariah May not.
Seriously?
I don't know what that means. No, that's a joke.
I mean, you never know. You could see them be like, oh, I love this Mariah May not.
I also heard a couple of Sexton Hardcastle and Fang McFrost. They were going to go with that.
Oh,
possibly.
Fang McFrost.
Fang McFrost, they thought was like a sexy name. They thought that was good, glamorous.
Vince fought for that, right? Wasn't he like certain that was going to work?
I think they wanted to call Steve Austin Fang McFrost, and he was like, that's a stupid-ass name. Please don't call me that.
Come on, pal.
How about Stone Cold Steve Austin? And they're like, yeah, that's better than Fang McFrost. But, they really liked the name, and they decided to recycle it and give it to Mariah May. She's now Fang McFrost.
It's one of those ideas.
Glacier 2.
From the files, you know?
Yeah. It was basically a Glacier gimmick, I think. I think Vince saw Glacier and was like, we can do that better.
I was watching WCW Vault on YouTube.
Glacier is one of my favorite gimmicks in the history of wrestling because he was just like basically Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat, but also like a man from ice, you know?
Yeah.
It was pretty good. I guess Sub-Zero is just like a cold guy.
Yeah, he's like
Iceman. A ninja with ice powers and who's like really likes the cold weather. And Glacier was just that as a wrestler.
And I was like 7, so I'm just like, oh, Sub-Zero's cool. And then this guy's like acting like Sub-Zero.
So
that's cool.
Yes.
It was that easy.
Yeah, I was like...
Glacier. Why is it Glacier wrestling Hulk Hogan for the championship? I think I've wondered that a few times in 1997.
Yeah, if you're 7, I'm like 11 or 12, and I'm like, yes, I like this. This guy is Sub-Zero in wrestling. Very cool. Who didn't love Glacier? He had ninja kicks. He was frozen.
You know, like the mask.
I think his manager was Sonny Ono for a time. Very cool.
Came out of fog.
Was his manager Sonny Ono?
That sounds right. Sonny Ono managed a lot of guys.
He turned heel, possibly. I remember
Glacier,
James
Sonny Ono.
With Eugene
James
Nagata.
Vandenberg had Mortis.
Vandenberg had
Reptile?
Mortos, yeah. Huh?
So Mortis was Reptile then?
I think so.
Yes.
How come they didn't make
really
a Scorpion? What are they doing? Scorpion was the coolest in Mortal Kombat. Why did they make Sub-Zero but not a Scorpion character? Good job, Eric Bischoff. You did.
What was Wrath then?
Was
Wrath
he
any
Scorpion?
character?
Wrath.
Was he yellow?
I forget Wrath. Was he
He
yellow?
was black and white.
That's not Scorpion.
That's
maybe Noob Saibot?
Noob Saibot's like all black. Noob Saibot.
Wrath was close enough.
Noob Saibot was cool.
Noob Saibot?
Yeah.
What a noob.
Well, it's is
that good?
The two creators of Mortal Kombat, guy Ed Tobias and something Boone, Ed Boone. So Noob Boone is backwards, Saibot Tobias backwards.
This is a character in Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
Which one?
He was in like Ultimate 3. He's in the new ones. He's like a shadowy guy. He's got like a shadow double.
I don't think I played that.
Noob Saibot.
I have played Mortal Kombat 3.
He was
on Super Nintendo.
I think he was on Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, like the new, like the more improved version that came out.
Was it on Super Nintendo?
Yeah. It was the one that had like all the skulls on the thing. It was like
Did you have to like beat the game to unlock them?
No, it was like a different game. It was like came out like a year or two later. It was like it like had some more modes and stuff.
I don't think I played that.
It was right around the same time as the N64 coming out.
I want to go play Nintendo Switch. Are we done with this show yet? What else is going on, Johnny? AEW things?
I think we should definitely mention, because there's 4 hours of AEW this week.
Yeah, could you not do 4 hours on a Wednesday night, Tony Khan? It's crazy.
Come on, guys.
Like, I know they did it because there's no collision, so they just made it like a super Dynamite, but as a Dynamite viewer, I was like, what the hell is this? What are you doing to me? And none of it was really appealing. You have to sift through so much garbage. The main event of the show was Paragon and Daniel Garcia versus Lance Archer and Josh Alexander.
At the end of 4 hours?
How was that the main event?
Well, you have to understand that's Collision, right? I mean, Dynamite, truly the match that I think people loved the most, and I'll say this is probably the match of the week, was that four-way match with Kenny Omega when he defended the international champ. That was amazing.
Wow.
What a match. With Cesaro in there, well, Claudio was in that. Brody King was in that as well. Dorado was in that.
Dorado?
Dorado.
The Rocco? The Rocco and
Corrado? Corrado Soprano?
The Rocco and Sako
He
connection.
was very, very good in this match. I mean,
Mascara Dorado.
Is that like Lindsay Dorado?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Mascara Dorado?
Is it Lindsay?
Is it Lindsay
I don't think
Dorado?
I don't think it is.
Lindsay
But
Doritos?
he wrestles in CMLL.
Ah.
Who does?
But he was
Lindsay?
very, very good.
Lindsay Dorito.
Oh, it's Gran Metalik, bro.
Oh, Gran Metalik!
That's who.
He
That's
doesn't
who
look
that
like
is.
it anymore, though.
Huh?
He doesn't look like Gran Metalik anymore, though.
Well, he's got new mascara, bro. His new mask
Yeah.
is. He's Mascara Dorado now, but it's Gran Metalik. That makes sense why. Oh man, I didn't realize it was Gran Metalik. I loved him in WWE.
Yeah,
he was
good.
awesome.
205.
Well, he's still awesome. He's still
Of
very
course.
good.
I'm not surprised.
Tag team partners with Lindsay Dorado.
Surprised WWE hasn't signed him back.
Well, now they can't, though, because that whole war, right, with AAA and CMLL.
Yeah. So very good match there from Kenny, Brody King, Claudio, and Mascara Dorado. And the continuing drama with Will Ospreay. He really wants to help Hangman beat Moxley, and Will Ospreay and Hangman are friends now. But Swerve, he doesn't want to help Hangman. He still doesn't like Hangman. And he's so mad that Will Ospreay is asking him about it that they're going to fight about it next week on Dynamite. Which is cool. Ospreay Swerve.
We've got that next week, and we've got the Hurt Syndicate, because they're beefing now with a couple of your favorites, I guess. Mike Bailey, Kevin Knight, and there's another luchador, too, in there. One of the luchadors.
Why you say they're a couple of my favorites? Do you mean that for real or not? Like, I can't even tell.
Yeah.
You like Mike Bailey, don't you? I thought you liked Mike Bailey. And Kevin Knight's all right, no? Like, I thought you thought Kevin Knight was decent.
I like his dad, L.A., a little better.
L.A., nice. But
that's his dad,
Hurt
right?
Syndicate, well, it's interesting to see the way his wife. So his wife's what? Jade.
Hey, you don't have to get racial here, John. What are you talking about?
Just being factual here.
It doesn't matter why do you care about what ethnicity his wife is? Maybe Kevin Knight got adopted by LA Knight and his white wife or his Chinese wife. Who knows, okay?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I don't think LA Knight's married. This is a fictional situation, bro, and you made it racial for some reason.
No, he had a woman with him, didn't he, at the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, I don't think that's
LA
his
Knight?
wife. I think that's just a lady he met. Did you see that lady? Good God almighty, pal. Her dress
you know more
was...
about this than I do.
I mean, it was... pal.
We didn't talk about Tekla.
Do we have
Did you
to?
see Tekla?
I don't want to talk about
Tekla.
Tesla, man. I'm not talking about Tesla. I'm not talking about Donald Trump. I'm not talking about either of those jabronis.
We're not talking about that.
Impression?
I wasn't going to that direction, but Tekla, the wrestler, the female wrestler.
What
from
about her?
Australia? What were your thoughts? Like, You saw her debut the week prior.
What the hell is a Thekla?
You saw her debut against Jamie Hayter the week prior. No.
Yeah, kinda.
Well, Jamie Hayter.
I don't know. It didn't do much for me.
noticed-
I got to see more, I
does the
guess. I don't know.
spider-
I'm not super interested in Tekla. What the hell is a Tekla?
Is she a tickler?
Like, I don't get it, you know? Like, fine, she can do a couple moves here and there. She's okay, but, like, I don't know, man. I was more impressed with, like, Megan Bayne when I first saw her. And where's she now?
Well, she was feuding with Anna Jay. They were going to throw Anna Jay off the stage, but then we had a returning Ty Mello.
Yeah.
Oh,
out
Johnny's
and-
favorite. Ooh, Taikati. Ooh.
It's not called Ty Conti anymore. Like,
I was just still always
You
be
love her.
Taikati to me.
Yeah, and the Johnny North voice. Oh, I'm Johnny North.
Taikati.
I love Takati so much. I'm
Jujitsu.
Johnny
Oh,
North.
we haven't done that in a while.
Johnny
She's like,
North
"Gosh,
loves Ty Conti.
we gotta make that a soundtrack, like the sound thing. Ooh, Taikati.
Oh yeah, we got to do that. We're getting out of hand here.
Hold on a minute, player.
I like that. That's just like, let's get back on track.
Tay Long's pretty funny.
Yeah, he's good.
Ooh, Chavo. Bum, bum, bum.
Hold on a minute, player.
Okay.
Apparently, Chavo might be there tomorrow.
Why?
Apparently, he's been spotted at the Performance Center, so apparently we might see Chavo tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I love Chavo.
And Tony Khan had a major announcement, and the major announcement was Okada will be wrestling Kenny Omega championship versus championship at All In. So that's
Pretty big.
nice.
That's huge. It's gigantic.
Yeah. We kind of expected it, right?
Yeah, but I didn't honestly watching that match. I thought Kenny was going to lose the title. He might, something would happen with Okada or something, cost him the title, and it would just be for one title. But I'm happy that we're actually going to get one championship because we have far too many mid card championships. The fact that they have the TNT title and then two other mid card titles, it's too much. Like
Wait,
just
is this
two
the-
mid card titles.
To unify, or is just someone going to hold two belts and they'll be like still two individual belts?
Oh, who knows? Let's hope
don't
for the
know.
best
So
that
it
it's
could still be
unification.
like
I think they're going to unify. I think they're going to do what I said they should do. As soon as they made these two belts, they have an international belt, they have a continental belt. The easy move here would be to make it one championship and call it the Intercontinental Championship. Could we do that?
with a hyphen. So
Yeah.
it's not the same, I guess.
Yeah.
is there if there's a legal?
I think that would be super funny. I don't think there's a legal issue because New Japan has an Intercontinental Championship
Yeah.
too. It's intercontinents. Like they don't own the. Like you could say you have the AEW World Champion and the WWE World Champion. WWE doesn't own the rights over the world.
No.
You know they don't own the rights over the word intercontinental.
No.
If AEW were to call themselves, here's the WWE Intercontinental Champion, then WWE like, whoa. But if you say I'm the AEW Intercontinental Champion, I don't think WWE has real legal standing. I think the only thing that would happen is, some wrestling fans would be like, oh, WWE calling it.
That's a good
Those guys.
impression.
Oh, WWE making fun. Oh, Tony Khan. And it's like, all right. all right.
sucks.
Yeah. Cool. And then somebody would be like, well, actually, New Japan has an Intercontinental Championship, and they've had it for years. And they'd be like, oh, nerd. And that guy would be right in that instance,
Yeah.
And then the nerd would be like, well, you're an idiot, and you don't actually know anything. And then the nerd would be right.
Yeah.
And it's a crazy world when the dick and the nerd are both right and wrong at the same time. And then I show up and I slap them both. And they say, shut up,
Dick nerd.
you dick nerds. Fucking dicks and nerds. Dicks and nerds. No dicks. All right?
Too many dicks.
You know the rules. No
on
dicks.
the dance floor.
Sorry, Cyrus.
Too many dicks.
Sorry, Cyrus. It says no dicks.
I'm sitting here, Cyrus.
Fuck off. I got some sitting down to do. I'm Cyrus.
You're talking about the
Cyrus.
giant douche and the church sandwich, no? Isn't that the thing?
What?
That's South Park.
That's something
You-
else.
yeah,
I'm talking about Cyrus.
I don't- Oh, okay. Yeah,
Talking about Cyrus from Trailer Park Boys.
They were dumb about that, South Park, at the time, because obviously George W. Bush was worse than John Kerry. And they were saying, no, it's the same, really.
Oh, that's dumb. George Bush was a bad guy.
Yeah.
But I was talking about Trailer Park Boys when they have that party at the Blanchford Recreational Center, and Jacob is on the guest list, and Cyrus tries to get in, and on the guest list it says no dicks, and Jacob's like, sorry, Cyrus, it says no dicks. And it's like, obviously, Cyrus, you're a dick.
And Cyrus is like, kind of like, I understand that.
I understand, but look, my name's on the list. Cyrus +2.
No dicks.
And he's like, oh, man. Cyrus is like, I understand I'm a dick, but I am on the list.
I have a right to be here.
Yeah, it's very good.
Cyrus is underrated.
I love that interaction. But it's just Jacob honestly going to him, sorry, Cyrus, no dicks.
Yeah.
Everybody knows
here.
you're a dick. All right. I think we've done all we should do here, John. We've done wrestling. We've talked about wrestling. We'll talk about wrestling more tomorrow and UFC things. How about that? You like that?
Yeah, that's fine. Like, I think most people just want to hear about how your Switch 2 experiences have been so far.
Oh, super good. We played Mario Kart before.
It's pretty crazy.
You like it?
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
Did you unlock
nice.
stuff yet?
Yeah, a bunch of stuff. A lot of
costumes.
Characters, costumes, carts. We've unlocked many things, but I still have much work to do.
I love the the Mad Max Waluigi.
Yeah, very cool.
That's pretty
costume.
good. Scavenger Waluigi?
Something like that.
Yeah, he's got like spikes and like leather. It's pretty cool.
So that's your characters then, Wario and Waluigi?
I like Waluigi, usually. But there's so many new ones that like I want to be Charging Chuck.
Yeah, there's many different characters. I like Luigi so far has been good for me. I've been using Luigi.
Okay.
But I don't know. I don't have like I'm still kind of tinkering with what character and cart I like best and what's gonna work for me.
Yeah, and there'll be like new carts and stuff, but like right now I like the blooper car. I feel like it's got good like all around handling.
Yeah, I have I forget what the card is that I'm using, but whatever. I'm still kind of I mean I just got it yesterday, so I'm still tinkering around trying to figure out what I want to do, who I want to be in this game. But it's very fun. It's big. The courses are very interesting. It's a different style Mario Kart. It's like a lot of the courses are not laps. Like you're not doing the same thing 3 times in a row and then you're done. It's like it's a rally. You're going from one place to the other and you're just racing through different areas.
Okay.
So, it's like different.
It's like checkpoints more instead of laps.
There are some races that have laps. There's like a couple with laps. But a lot of them are kind of like rallies, like one thing. One kind of
knockout
one
thing
long
was
course.
Crazy.
Yeah, the knockout thing is really fun. It's like you start with 24 people, and then there's like 5 checkpoints. You go through all 4 races in a Grand Prix in one thing, and it's like after the first checkpoint, you have to be like in the top 20. So the 4 people get dropped off. Then it's top 16, then top 12, then top 8, then top 4, and then there's 4 people at the end, and then you race for first place. So you got to kind of stay in the mix.
Yeah.
You got to stay
like,
ahead of the
If you get hit
pack.
with a couple of shells and then like 12 people pass you, and then there's the checkpoint, like that might be it for you.
Yeah, which can happen too, because with 24 racers,
a lot of chaos
in every race, it's very chaotic, and you can go from like 20th to first, and from first back to 20th very easily.
At one point, I was a bullet bill.
Wow.
And I went through like 7 guys, like because there was like a cluster thing, and I just went through them like a bowling ball through some pins.
Yeah.
Just kind of like knocked them all the way. It was kind of crazy.
And there's new weapons too.
Yeah, the Kamek one.
Yeah, the Kamek, I can't quite figure out what it does. There's the Mega Mushroom. There's hammers that you can throw. Very cool. There's a golden shell that you shoot, and then there's coins. And also coins, like, they make you faster, right, in Mario Kart? And I think in Mario Kart 8...
It's 10.
It was 10 coins max. This is 20.
Yeah.
So you really have to build up your coins. Like, coins are very big, because then if you hit 20 coins, then you're at max speed for your vehicle, which is where you want to be.
It can really help you. Like I've
Yeah.
noticed the difference of coins more than in Mario Kart.
Yeah, coins are very big.
Yeah.
Mushrooms
I
are
felt
big
the
too.
speed.
Mushrooms are really big because the courses are so large. I think they're really big because you need them big for
There's
all the players,
people, yeah, you
right?
get stuck.
But the courses are so large, and sometimes you're on this side of the course, but you really should be over here because the turn is over here,
Yeah.
but you can't tell. So, like, you're making this very wide turn, and you're in first place, and then all of a sudden, like, 4 people pass you, and you're like, I didn't get hit with anything. What happened? It's because because the course is so big, it's hard to tell where you are sometimes.
At one point, when we were driving, and I was like, I turned into place, and I was like, oh, this is like an open-ended area. Like, where do I go?
Yeah, that's
'Cause I was
it.
like, do I start driving to the right? Like, it was just all of a sudden, like,
Yes.
it was like turns, and then all of a sudden it went like, and I was like,
Yeah.
where am I supposed to be?
There's a lot of different paths to take in any given course.
Yeah.
Many different
There's some like
paths
off the
to
way
choose.
that I was like, I didn't even think, but like I looked, there was like
Yeah.
there's some item stuff and like a ramp on the walls and
Yeah, well, that's another thing. Like, you can, once you get really good at it, you can ride the rails and you can bounce off a rail and ride the walls and like bounce off the walls and like do all sorts of stuff. Like, there's trick moves that you can get good at, and I'm starting to kind of figure those out. So the more I play, the better I'll get at that. But there's like, there's a lot of different options in the game, which makes it real interesting. But which also means that I'm going to play a shit ton of it, like,
and figure out all the
by myself before I go online with it.
Oh,
like,
yeah, because they've already figured it out.
yeah,
probably, the
because
online folks.
I'm playing 12-year-olds who have been playing it for the past 50 hours straight,
Yeah.
and I only get to play for like 40 minutes a day, so I can't put the same time in. It's not fair. These goddamn kids beating me online.
Twitch
So I'm
streamers.
not going to let that happen. I'm not going to go online until like I really learn the game and figure out where I'm at. And then I'll go online and I'll school those kids. I'll get them good with my Mario Kart skills. But I'm having fun. And the Switch itself is like really nice. It's so much bigger than the old Switch. I got a bunch of accessories. The camera's really funny too.
Yeah, the camera's pretty cool.
The camera's super funny because you have your face on top of your cart. So you're racing. Like, we played, me, and my son were playing Mario Kart before. And, like, you're driving and you see, like, the people in the room with you. You see their faces, like, live. And if they get hit with a shell, you see their faces, like, spin around. It's super funny.
And I'm just making serious.
And you
face.
can, yeah.
Because I'm just constantly, like, I'm not even. I'm like,
And then you
I
see
my
me.
face, like,
And I'm, like, taunting you. I'm like, ooh, come and get me,
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, I was taunting you. I was like, whoa. And you could see me on your screen going like, ooh, you can't get me. I'm talking
pretty
shit.
cool.
It's really funny. It's super funny.
Is that going to be online? Like, you can see everyone's faces?
I think so. I
That's-
think you can.
They got to figure out a way to control that because there could be some, like,
Yeah.
complications there.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm
Yeah.
not going online yet. I'm really
Yeah,
not.
it could
I'm
be
not
like-
ready. I'm not ready.
Nintendo's done a good job of, like, not
Keeping it
letting
safe.
it be, like, a cesspool.
Yeah. I hope that they continue that because
Yeah.
it's a child-friendly console and it should stay that way forever.
Oh, man.
Nintendo. It's the best. So I'm very happy with it. I haven't even checked out like the other games like Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild are supposed to look way nicer on the Switch too. I haven't done that yet. I did download the GameCube stuff. We played something.
Soul Calibur
We played
2.
Soul Calibur on the GameCube Virtual Console. That was fun. I got my GameCube Switch 2 controller today in the mail. So that's exciting. I have that. I've got the GameCube controller. I've got a Switch 2 Pro controller. I got the Joy-Cons that came with it. I've got the camera. Lots of accessories. A lot of fun. Very happy. Very happy with the whole package. Nintendo always it's always satisfying, It's always good. They never let me down. I'm happy with this.
Well, you showed me too, like before we came on the air, you got amiibos as well, so
Yeah.
there's more stuff coming.
Yeah, I have I got all 3 of the Street Fighter amiibo, and there's 4 new Zelda amiibo that released. I have 1 so far, and the other 3 are on their way in the mail. They'll be here at some point. So, waiting for that. And I have to get a micro SD card for my Switch too. You got to get one of those to have more storage in the thing, right?
Well, that makes sense. Yeah. I
Gotta get one of those. I need to get a carrying case for the Switch too that I don't have yet. That you need, right? Gonna bring it around. It's gonna be portable, so you need a good carrying case. Keep it safe. You know. Still looking for some accessories. Probably get the charging grip. Probably get another set of Joy-Cons when they come out in different colors. The plain black is kind of boring, but when they get a new set of Joy-Cons in like multicolors, I'll get that for sure. You know, it's very exciting. New video game console. It's like a new world. It's great.
A whole new Mario world.
Donkey Kong game, new Donkey Kong
Soon,
game coming out next month.
Bonanza?
Yeah, it's like an open world 3D Donkey Kong game that looks incredible.
That was pretty cool.
Like, that's one of the big launch titles, you know? Like, that's going to be a big game.
I do love Donkey Kong.
Oof, it's going to be sick.
The music's going to be good, probably.
Yes. Donkey Kong music is so good. The music on the Mario Kart is really nice. A lot of throwback remixes, all sorts of old Mario songs. Very nice. It's a very nice console. I like it. 2 thumbs up for me for the Switch 2, which is like no surprise. I was going to give it a 2 thumbs up, you know, no matter what. I'm a Nintendo mark. Like, I just fall for anything they give me. You know what I mean, John? It's usually a quality product. I'm just a big fan of everything they do. It's quality. It works. It's nice. It's easy. It's fun.
I know you're not a big Street Fighter fan, but given that I sent you that commercial where Kenny Omega's in it, and he's potentially going to be a character in the game, does that make you... Are you more inclined to get the game now because of that, potentially?
Yeah, I'll get it.
I've always found Street Fighter like a bit complicated.
Maybe. I might get
it. A lot of combos and like a lot of like really tight button like stuff. Like, the window to like do moves isn't that
I feel you on that.
And like I never liked Street Fighter that much.
Maybe I won't
I can never do like a Hadouken.
You're reminding me why I don't like Street
Mortal
Fighter.
Kombat's gotten a lot better at it, you know, where it's like if you're back, left, square, you can do like come here, like, you know, it's easier to do it. And then you can have a window.
I think
but Street Fighter, I think it's a lot more like for like hardcore set, you know, of like people who have like an arcade stick in their home to play with it.
Yeah,
and because they have to do like the right.
I'm not a Street Fighter guy. I don't. Yeah, maybe I won't get the Street Fighter. I think I'm more likely to get the Cyberpunk game. Apparently, it looks incredible on Switch.
Yeah,
too.
Cyberpunk's supposed to be good with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a good game. It looks
John
cool.
Cena's in Mortal Kombat, the newest one, as Peacemaker, but like he did lines for it and stuff, and you could like rip his head off. It's his face.
I don't know, but of games on Switch 2, like I don't know. They're gonna update Super Mario Party Jamboree. They're gonna have like a DLC that you have to pay for. I'm gonna get that. That looks amazing. The
Red Dead's coming for Switch 2?
Red Dead 2 is coming out for Switch 2. Yes,
that's pretty cool.
Yes, I may get that. I have it for PS4, but maybe I'll get it for Switch 2
You're
as
all right
well.
there, boy.
It's a very good game.
That's a good game.
Play that again. Problem with Red Dead the first time is I got it on PS4, and then my son was born not long after, and then I couldn't really.
That was already around when Red Dead came out.
Well, he was still a baby.
He was still a baby, yeah.
So he wasn't really aware, but then he became aware of like what was going on the TV.
It was the gunshots, and
it's a very violent game. And I just had to stop playing it on the TV because he'd be like, hey, what's going on here?
You're shooting a deer and skinning it, eh?
So I never finished playing Red Dead. But the thing is, with the Switch, you can play handheld and no one can see what you're playing. So I could play Red Dead, do violent things.
Have headphones on for the...
Yeah, have headphones on, and then no one in my house will know that I'm playing violent video games, which is, easier because you have to plug in the PS4 and the TV. You have no choice. But the Switch, it's like handheld, private gaming, all right? Sounds like I'm doing something greasy, but I'm just, killing animals in Red Dead Redemption. I'm being an evil cowboy, which is fun. Everybody loves an evil cowboy. Hangman Page.
You can always get Leader Shoot Larry. It's still available on Switch.
Is it?
Yep.
Yeah, that's greasy. That's more greasy things.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Those games never work.
I'm good on the greasiness. All right, John. We'll be back tomorrow night for more greasiness. AJ will be here.
Oh. I mean...
Yeah, he's gonna say some disgusting things.
Yeah,
and
I'll probably have some words with AJ.
Yeah, we'll have a good time with AJ. It could get crazy tomorrow.
It could get very crazy.
Fred might get mad. Fred's gonna get mad. Don't have words with AJ. Fred's gonna get involved. Fred doesn't like it.
Is
Johnny will get mad.
Trump's not showing up to UFC tomorrow, is he?
Let's not talk about Trump.
Oh, no.
Let's not go there. All right. We'll be back tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, for UFC 316 Watch Along and the Money in the Bank post show. Thank you to everybody for tuning in tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. Yankees, don't forget, Johnny. Don't forget.
Ball game over. Yankees win. The Yankees win.
Yankees beat Johnny's Red Sox again tonight.
The Bronx.
9-6 final, where everything is lovely.
Thanks for sticking with us to the end. We would really appreciate it if you could help us spread the word.
You know the drill. Hit that subscribe button. Flip those notification switches.
We are an audience-supported network, so consider becoming a recurring supporter at membership.ringsidereport.net. Check out our website at ringsidereport.net. Hope to see you again next time, and have a good night.